Conan Cutting was hit by a car in Townsville in 2001. His death saved the lives of 4 people. His parents got the call in the middle of the night. They travelled from Broken Hill to his bedside. Marg knew the minute he passed away.
All of a sudden I felt this weight lifted and I just burst into tears.
Once they said goodbye, there was no question they would donate his organs. They'd already discussed it as a family.
He said, yeah, fine, once I'm dead, I'm dead.
Tomorrow is the anniversary of Conan's death.
It's been 9 years now and I've still not got over it.
What helps is knowing the difference they've made to some very sick people. This year they're volunteering at the Transplant Games.
To come to the Games and see how well people are and what they can do now, and I mean that in itself, we've been a part of making that happen.
But they're not asking for a pat on the back.
The point is it's not real unique because everybody can do it. It's in the power within everybody to do the same thing and get benefit that me and Mark have got from it.
Every patch on these quilts represents a family who agreed to donate the organs of someone they love. This patch here is for Conan, and next to it an empty space, to represent all of those families who will, in the future, make that very brave and selfless decision. It's a reminder of the dark side of donation. For many competitors to be here, someone died. But in their celebration of life and health, they help people like Conan Cutting live on as well.
He's gone, but he's not gone. He's always present.
Lauren Dubois, Win News. No, it's not Delhi. These gold, silver and bronze medals are being handed out in our own backyard. There was an official opening by the Governor-General yesterday.
I now declare open the 12th Australian Transplant Games.
And the competition started in earnest this morning at Mount Stromlo. All the competitors are organ recipients.
I got my heart transplant on my birthday. That was my birthday present.
They aren't your usual sports stars.
We used to keep the transplant recipients in cotton wool. You've got your heart transplant. Now make sure you look after yourself and don't do anything strenuous.
But these days, it's game on.
It's not until after you have the kidney that you realise, well, geez, how do I still do what I was actually doing beforehand?
From the first morning I woke up after the operation, I felt great, and I've been great ever since.
Each state is represented at the Games. Surprisingly, there's no rivalry between the Aussies.
Only New Zealand. You're always going to get that stick, no matter what sport it is.
But the Aussies had better pick up their game. Brian is 65 years old, a heart transplant recipient and a champion mountain bike rider.
I'm probably madder than they are, though.
The Games is a chance to live the life these people thought they might lose.
Having a transplant made me really, I guess, very motivated to get out there and live life.
And best of all, a chance to connect with other organ recipients.
You can talk about it, you can get advice from someone who's been through it all. It just makes it so much more therapeutic for the people who come along to the Games.
Lauren Dubois, Win News.
Little Samantha Pang was only 18 months old when she received a life-saving organ transplant.
When I was a baby, I was very sick, but now I can do everything normally.
Now, she's a bright and bubbly 7-year-old who has plenty of time to stop and smell the flowers.
I like to dance, I like to draw, and I like to sing.
Samantha is one of 55 Canberrans who'll compete in the upcoming Transplant Games. It's an opportunity for recipients to come together and celebrate, as well as thank the people who saved their lives.
We've got people here who are 40 years transplanted, and I think of the 40 extra summers they've seen. The fact that they've been able to grow up and see their grandkids grow up.
This will be the 3rd year heart recipient Jack Darmody has participated.
Just seeing all the other little kids that have been saved and seeing them all have fun, being able to run around and grow up.
In Australia, only 60% of families consent to organ donation.
One of the most important things that we can do to help increase the family consent rate is to encourage families to discuss it beforehand.
The Australian Transplant Games get underway on Sunday, with the opening ceremony in Commonwealth Park from 12. Lisa Mosley, Win News.
I got half a teenager's liver inside me, and I got it when I was 2.5.
Bradley Stanley is the young face of the Transplant Games. He can't remember how sick he was when he was little, but he knows he feels good now. Good enough to run, swim, cycle, bowl and play tennis at the upcoming Games.
Do you reckon you're going to win?
No, I'm just going to have fun.
At the very least, he'll be raising awareness for organ donation.
Even though it's someone's loss, that loss is providing an enormous gift to others.
like the gift that saved little Cordelia Watman's life. For mum Rachel, the call that her daughter would get a life-saving liver transplant was overwhelming.
He said, I'm the transplant coordinator and we've got a liver for Cordelia. And I sort of almost didn't believe it. I said, really? Literally, my knees buckled.
Organ and tissue donation not only benefits these individuals, but it's a great family decision to be part of as well.
For Cordelia's big sister Octavia, someone's tragedy was her family's blessing. Why did that make you happy?
Because I knew because Mummy and Cordelia and Daddy were going to go back home with me.
And now she has her little sister to play with again.
And go crazy.
Crazy? What are you doing when you're going crazy?
Really extremely silly.
Transplant Australia was chosen as Floriad's charity partner this year. A special garden has been created, providing a space for organ recipients to write messages of thanks. Octavia's is simple. When you're gone, consider giving someone else a second chance.
Because it will save their life.
Lauren Dubois, Win News.